All right, we're looking at function transformations today in this video. Transformations on a function. Now here we're just going to look at the x squared function, but these transformations work for every parent function. But you have horizontal shift and you have vertical shift. Horizontal shift and vertical shift happens when you add a number to your function. It's like right here when I subtract 3 or add 3. Subtract 3, add 3. But notice the difference here. When it's in parentheses, when I'm minusing 3 from the x and it's in parentheses and then being squared, that's going to affect the function horizontally and it's going to shift it horizontally. Whereas if it's not in there with this square, like see right here, the minus 3 is not being squared like the x is. So this is going to affect it vertically. When the minus 3 is inside the parentheses, that's horizontal shift, and that's going to move it to the right. So when it's minus, it moves it to the opposite way, to the right. Whereas plus is going to move it to the left. So when you have horizontal shift, it moves it the opposite direction of what the sign says. Negative 3. So if you look at the coordinate plane here, negative 3 would be back this way, but it's going to shift it that way. Whereas positive 3 is over here on this side to the right, but it's going to shift it to the left. Whereas now vertical shift just shifts it up and down. So like if this minus 3, that's going to shift it down 3. And then this plus 3 is going to shift it up 3. Okay? That's vertical shift. It's the 3 here is not getting squared with the x, whereas here it is getting squared, so it's going to affect it horizontal. This affects it vertical. Okay? Then we have vertical stretch and vertical shrink. Okay? In each of these cases, we have a multiplier. Notice how this is a multiplier of 2, or this is a multiplier of a 1/2. If your multiplier is less than 1, it's going to be a shrink. If it's more than 1, it's going to stretch it. And so what happens, now I'm probably not going to draw very good, but this is a normal parabola right here. All right, when I stretch it by a factor of 2, that's going to make it do something like this right here. And the more I stretch it, the more narrow it gets. Whereas when I vertical shrink, okay, normally the graph is like this, and when I shrink it by 1/2, that will make it do something like this, which shrinks it down and widens it out. Okay, basically what happens is, normally in your graph, when you go over 1, you go up 1. Okay, because normally this is the graph, right? This is the function. F of x equals x squared. And so if I put 1 in for x, 1 squared would be 1 for the function value of x. So when I go over 1, I go up 1. All right, so when I go over 1, I go up 1. Well, when you stretch it by 2, when you go over 1, you go up 2. And that's where the graph would be. Whereas here, when you have 1/2, when I go over 1, I go up 1/2. So that's how the multiplier affects it, and it shrinks it or it stretches it vertically. Okay, so we have to recognize those. But they're just multipliers. Multipliers to the x squared or to the x, whatever function it is you're talking about. Then we have this right here, which is vertical reflect. Vertical reflect is when I bring a negative in the case. All right, so again, here's what the normal parabola looks like. Okay, when I vertical reflect, it's going to make it come down here like this. It's going to be the same size, it's just going to be like a mirror image going down. And that's what this negative does right there. So these are the main transformations we're going to be looking at in this homework assignment. Okay, now let's look at some problems here and see if we can answer them. All right, fill in the blank. All right, to graph this function right here, shift the graph, this is the parent function, shift the graph down 13. See the minus 13? That's going to send it down 13. Okay, well let's just go to this one. What is this going to do? See that plus 17? That's going to go up 17. Okay, now if it was like this right here, then that's going to shift it horizontally, which will make it go the opposite and make it go to the left 17. Okay? Which, hey, that's what we have going on right here in number 9. See this? See, it's 9 is getting squared with the x in this one. It's not like the 17 here. 9 is getting squared with it, which means it's going to affect it horizontally, and it does the opposite of plus. It's going to go to the minus side. All right, so it's going to go to the left. I can't get the phone there. We'll just have to let it ring. Okay, here's another one. See this right here? This is going to go to the right. See, it's in the parentheses getting squared with the x, and it does the opposite thing, so it's going to go to the positive 14 side. Okay. Number 5, all right, look here. We got a negative there. That's a reflect. So it's going to reflect across the x-axis. Now, I don't believe I said that very good a while ago when I was showing the picture. On this reflection, we'll go back to it. But see how this thing reflects? See, this is the x-axis. It's reflecting over this x-axis. So this part's going to come down here like this, and that part's going to go down there like that. It's going to reflect right over the x-axis, which is a vertical reflect because it's reflecting vertically. It's reflecting up and down like this. Okay, number 6 here. All right, now look here. Look at this function here. We've got x plus 3 to the 3rd power minus 2. Okay, now I didn't recognize this right here, but see, this is a square root function on this previous one. So the square root would reflect across the x-axis. Here we got the cubic function. All right, well, we got 2 transformations going on. What does this plus 3 do? Well, that's horizontal. That's going to make it go to the left 3. This is vertical, which is going to make it go down 2. So it's going to go left 3. It's going to go down 2. Okay. What about this one? This one also has 2 transformations. Right here, this 4, see how it's in the parentheses with the x? That's going to affect it horizontal. So it's going to go this way 4. It does the opposite. This plus 7 right there, that's going to make it go up 7. So it's going to go this way 4 and up 7. So it's going to go to the right 4 and up 7. Okay. All right, now here's one here. We want to match these up. Match these functions with what's happening to it. All right, so we'll just do this right here. We'll just connect them with the line here. So right here on this one, see this x minus 7? Since the 7's in parentheses with the x, and it's getting squared like the x is, that's going to affect it horizontal, which does the opposite, which is going to make it go to the right. So that's E down here. So that's E. Okay. What about this one here? See, they both have minus 7, but see the difference here? How that's in parentheses getting squared? This 7's being minus, but it's not in parentheses getting squared. So that's going to make it go down 7. So that's D right there. What about this one here? Now, see the 7? See the difference in these 7s? This is a multiplier, which is going to make it stretch. So it's going to stretch it vertically, which is C right here. And then what about this one here? See, these last 2 both have plus 7, but see the difference? This 7 is adding, but it's being squared. This 7's not being squared. So this is going to affect it horizontally right here. D is going to affect it horizontal, which is going to go to the left. So that'd be B up here. And of course this has to be A, because the plus 7 is going to make it go up. All right. Now, number 9 here, we've got us a graph. We want to figure out which one of these is the correct choice for this graph, for the function. All right, so if you mainly look at the vertex and see where the vertex is. So you can see here, it's on the axis, which means it's not moved left and right, none. It hasn't done any left and right movement. So it can't be any of these. It's got to be this one. And that's what it's doing. See, it's gone down 3. It's gone down 3, so that's what this is doing here. Okay, so it didn't move left and right any, so that means it can't have any horizontal shift. And these all have horizontal shift. There's the answer. All right, what about 10 here? All right, look for the vertex. All right, now look here. This has gone to the right 5, and it's gone up 2. All right, so since we go to the right 5, it means we should need to have x minus 5 squared. And that's, oh, there's only one of those right there. And then see, it's gone up 2, so we got the plus 2. That's it. Okay, that was easy. What about 11 here? Okay, now notice here, look here. See the vertex here? When I go over 1 and go down 1, see how it's gone down more? So now, first of all, it's going down, which means it's got to have a negative. So it can't be this one right here. It can't be that one, because it's no negative. See, these all have negatives, which means this is going down. It's got to be one of those 3. It can't be this one. But see, notice when I go over 1 and down 1, it goes down 2. See there, when I go over 1, it goes down 2. So that'd be this one. See, it's down 2. Okay, that's the stretch it has. Normally, like I said, when you have a parabola, let me draw one here. When you have a parabola, when you go over 1, you go down 1 normally. So this one, when you go over 1, you go down 2, it has stretch to it. Okay, as does this one's here. See here, when I go over 1, it goes down 2. So this has stretch on it. Well, see, they all have negative 2 on this one, which is right. It's got to be negative 2. Negative 2 stretch. I can't think of it for a minute. So it's going to have a negative 2 stretch. Now look at my vertex. I've not gone over any. See, I'm on the axis here, so there should be no horizontal. So this is out, out, out. It's got to be this one, and which is right, because see, it goes down 4, down 4. Okay. Here's more. Here's no. All right. Now here we've got a square root function, but look at where it starts right here. Normally it's right there at 0, 0. So we've gone back this way 1. So we've gone to the left 1, which means we should have x plus 1 in parentheses, or actually in the radical, since it's a square root. So I need to have x plus 1. So it's not this one, and it's not this one because it's x minus 1. It's got to be one of these two right here, x plus 1. Because see, it's gone to the left, which means it's plus 1. Remember, horizontal is the opposite. Then it's going down 1, which means I need to have a minus 1, which means it's got to be a. Okay, so you got to remember now, horizontal is the opposite value, and then vertical is the same value. Okay, so like when this goes down 1, this is minus 1. When it goes to the left 1, it's going to be plus 1 because it does the opposite. All right, what about 14 here? Graph this function. All right, all we have on this one is we got this 4, which is a multiplier, which means we're stretching. So that's going to tell me when I go over 1, it should go up 4. So see here, when I go, all right, look here, now this graph's a little bit, I think this is my answer right here. See, notice this is 1 right here, because see, this is 5. See how it goes up 2? Actually, this is 2 and 4. See there, because this is 10, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So when I go over 1, it goes up 4. So this would be the graph right there. Okay. Now, what about this one here? All right, we got this absolute value function. They all do the same thing as far as transformations. To see my negative 3, first it's negative, which means it's going down. So it can't be this one. That one's going up. It's got to be one of these two. This is a quadratic, so that's not it. So it's got to be one of these two that's going down here. All right, now notice it's going down. You got a stretch of 3, which means when I go over 1 from the vertex, it's going to go down 3. All right, I think this is it right here. When I go down 1, when I go over 1, I'm going down 3. See, these are 2's again. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So I'm going down 2, down 3. That's it. All right, what about this one? X minus 5 squared. All right, this minus 5 is going to bring it this way 5. Okay, let's just take this one. See, this one went that way 5. This went down 5. This went up 5. That's it right there. Okay, What about here? All right, now this has two transformations. We got +2, which is going to take it that way 2. We got -4, which is going to take it down 4. So I need to go to the left 2 and then down 4, which looks like this one. To the left 2, down 4. See, this went to the left 2, but it went up 4. This went to the right 2 and then down 4. This went to the right 2 and up 4. This is it right here. What about this one? All right, now this one's cubic. All right, so what you got to look for now is right here where this thing turns. That's kind of considered like the vertex right there. Okay, that's the point we're kind of focused on. All right, well, look, this says it's +3, which means it's got to go up 3. So I believe you got it right here. See, this is going up 3. This went that way 3. This went down 3. This went to the right 3. This is the one that went up 3 right here. Okay. What about 19? Again, we've got us a cubic. You're looking at this point right here where it curves from this curve and into that curve. All right, so right there, that's the point we're looking at. Now look, notice here in my function, I got x +3 in parentheses, which means that's going to take it that way to the left 3, and then this is going to go down 3. So I want to look at these points I've plotted on here with my red pen. I want to look and see which one goes to the left 3 and then down 3, and I think it's this one. See, to the left 3 and then down 3. This went to the left 3 but up 3. This went to the right 3 down 3, and this went to the right 3 up 3. That's it right there. Okay, we've got to say square root function here. All right, now notice here on this +2, it's going to take it that way too. So normally the vertex or the starting point on this is at the origin, so it needs to go that way too, which looks like this one here. This went this way too. So this went to the right 2, this went down 2, this went up 2. Here's the one that went to the left 2 right here. That's it. All right, what about 21? Another square root one. And look here, we got two transformations in this one. +5 is going to take it this way 5, and +7 is going to go up 7. So it looks like here. See, we went this way 5 and went up 7. Okay, we went this way 5 but down 7 here. We went to the right 5, up 7, right 5, down 7. But here, this goes to the left 5 and up 7, which is C. Okay, maybe we're getting the hang of it. We'll do a few more. All right, now we got absolute values on this one, so they're all absolute values. All right, so this -4 is going to take it this way 4, and that's going to go down 4. So we're looking at this vertex here. Left 4, down 4. This went right 4, down 4. Left 4, down 4. There it is. This went right 4, up 4. I'm sorry, left 4, up 4. This went right 4, up 4. See it right there. Okay. Now this next one here, we've got us a little shrink. See, that's 1/4 multiplier, which means it's going to shrink it down like we talked about a while ago. So put it back on here. See, when it's a fraction less than 1, it's going to shrink it down, which makes it get wide. All right, so looking at it right off, well, this is going down. It can't be that one. So these are going up, because see, it's positive. These are all going up. And it's going to shift it wide. It won't be this one, because this one, see how this thing's shifted wide? That's got a stretch. That's not it. Okay, now what you do is you look at your vertex. Here's my vertex. Right there. Okay. Now, when I go up 1, it should go, since it's 1/4, I could do it this way. When I go back 4, it goes up 1. So when I go 1, 2, 3, 4, it goes up 1. This kind of looks like it right here. So when I go 1, 2, 3, 4, it goes up 1. I think it's B. That was a hard one. You just got to think 1/4. So when it goes over 4, it goes up 1. When it goes over 4, it goes up 1. That's how this does. Because it's stretch. All right, what about this one? Okay. All right, so we got us a stretch of 2, which means when I go over 1, it goes up 2. I think all these have stretch 2. They all look like the same kind of stretch. Now this plus 1 is going to go this way 1, and then the minus 2 is going to go down 2. So I need to go to the left 1 and down 2. I think it's this one. Yeah, this went to the right 1 up 2, right 1 down 2, and then left 1 but up 2. So there it is right there. Okay, just about to finish up. 25, see the minus right here, means it's going down, so all these are going down. All right, minus 4 is going to go to the right 4, and this is going to go down 4. So right 4, down 4, there it is. Okay, this went left 4, up 4, left 4, down 4. This went right 4, but up 4. But I need to go right 4 and down 4, or just this one. Okay. Almost done, couple more. Go about 26 here. All right, we got stretch, and now this one's going down, that ain't it. Okay. This plus 4 means it's going to go up 4, so up 4 could be that one. This went down 4, this went to the right 4. There it is. And then one last one. All right, we got a stretch of 4. This is absolute value, and it's going up. There's no negative, so this is out because it's going down. And see this minus 2? That means it's going to go down 2, down 2, no, down 2, no, down 2 right there. Yep, there it is. And if you look at your stretch 4, when I go over 1, it goes up 1, 2, 3, 4. See right there? When I go over 1, which see this is 2 right here. These lines are 2. Because see 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So if I go over half 1 and then I go up 2, 4. That's it all day long. Alright, so that's how you do function transformations. If you have any questions or whatever, just give me a holler. I'll help you all I can. Have a good rest of the day.